We move on to the next panelist.
Yeah, I hope I'm audible. I'll just share my screen real quick and let me know once you're able to see my screen. Are you able to see my screen, please?
Not yet. Rishiji, you can board pack simulation. This is your screen, sir. Rishiji, I guess you need to stop sharing. Yes, you can now share, Suryaji.
Can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
You should be able to see my screen now. Yeah. You're able to see my screen now, I hope. Yeah.
Yeah, your PPT is now visible.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for joining. I'll just take a minute for setting the stage here. I want to talk about today is AI-powered enterprise performance management, setting the stage, connected planning from the lens of a CFO. What are the pain areas, the approach I have taken, demo, which is where most of the time will be spent, why AI, relevance to CAs, the challenges and learnings, which is what I had covered anyway, in terms of what are the roadblocks hit and where things were not working great despite AI, and the way forward. Setting the stage here, we all know that, here, and the context here was a hypothetical example that I had taken in terms of a pan-India home appliances distributor, where in every organization, ERP would run the business. The ERP could be a Tally, could be a Zoho, could be an Oracle, SAP, whatever. And after the books are closed, say WD 5 or 7 or 3 or whatever, that's when the essential planning for the ensuing month, quarter, rest of the year happens, where you have the sales performance plan management, the sales planning, which leads to the supply chain planning in terms of the demand planning, supply planning, the human capital planning, workforce planning, which is not just the permanent employees, but the temps, the casuals, the contingent workers. If it is seasonal business, how many needs to have? And all of this has a connection to the financials in terms of the working capital, the receivables, the payables, the inventory planning, the cash that is needed. So while ERP runs the business, EPM manages the business. So how forward-looking are we doing the planning? So for all of this, the first of the pain areas that happens is there is the data that keeps flowing from various sources and not just the ERPs. And that needs to be, first of all, curated. Many of this the data comes from non-ERP sources, from warehouse systems, from human capital systems, could be Adobe files, and that needs to be, first of all, curated. Then once you are standardizing, normalizing, deduplicating, junk data getting removed, and then it gets into the planning part. So for the purpose of this, what I did was obviously for data privacy, I can't hook up these things to the real-time systems or other systems, but I got some CSV files, mock-up data created, and brought them into the raw file data, got them and then curated, and then took them into the EPM dashboards where simulations, what-if analysis, decision support systems, where operating teams across marketing, production, warehouse systems, and CFO set and determine. Then, and that's now we'll jump right into the demo based on this. So I get into this particular area where all of these, raw files are there. So after the books have been closed, AP invoices, AR invoices, customer master inventory data. Here is what I was talking about. This is a third-party logistics. 3PL data is developed, comes into play. SKU, stock keeping units are there. Some of these data is coming from warehousing systems. And then workforce cost, which not just the employee cost, but temporary employees, casuals, etc. So having got this data, the first thing is to curate this data, to standardize, to normalize this data, And for this, what I did was I went to ChatGPT. I have no understanding of coding scripting. So went to ChatGPT to curate the files, and Python scripting was the one I got from there. And for that, the environment suggested was Anaconda. So going to Anaconda, and this obviously took a few iterations before I got into this place. You get into Anaconda, and bear with me for a couple of minutes here. Set the environment. But having progressed further on this path, what I also felt was that you're setting this environment, you're activating this particular space. Every time to do this manually and get the curation done on an ongoing basis is an intrusive task. It's a time-consuming task. So let's just allow this to complete in a minute. So while it's completing, went further and had ChatGPT provide a batch file, a Windows batch file, which I double click and executes the whole process end to end, picks up the raw data, creates the curated PARQ files, creates the curated CSV files, and dumps it straight away into the required folders. So we go here, and now we say the curated files. You see the date and timestamp, it's 2:40, just now 2:40 p.m. Here, see the data files here. You get the curated files. Having done this, now I need to have and if we want, we can also have raw versus curated differences. One can review what is the cleansing that has happened in the data. Now, having done this, one then could go into, say, now comes the fun part. One gets into the creating the dashboard. We have to take the to work on the data that has been gathered from all of the historical transactions that have happened in the previous period. And this this dashboard has been generated on Streamlit. So has 4 tabs that came up with. One is the KPIs, the key performance indicators for the senior management. What is the day sales outstanding? What are the days payable outstanding? What are the days DIO? And what is the cash conversion cycle? How do I benchmark this against what is happening? Then you get into finance data. Again, I mean, some of this obviously is available from the ERP systems, but for reference, then the operations. Where do I have in terms of the DIO, days inventory outstanding, inventory turns? This is for something for the warehouse leader. For also can be extended to slow moving inventory, fast moving inventory, non moving inventory. What is happening? And then we come to this part, which is the simulation, which is the enterprise performance management part. If I see that, say the DSO is so and so, and there's a decision to be made. The CFO says that I need a cash injection. I need a cash injection of so and so. Say there is 2 retail showrooms to be opened in 2 districts of a certain state. Then I'm prepared to give discount of say 3.3% on 5% of the or X% of the invoices. So you do this and you do this, and you get on early collection, what is the cash injection? What is the EBIT you have foregone on that? What is the total cash impact overall? Likewise on AP payments, and this happens in the real world. Come financial year closing, some of the suppliers say, I want if you are willing to make early payments before the due dates, willing to give you a certain percentage of discounts. So the CFO, that's a decision to be made. So this is all about forward looking. You then determine what is the percentage, or what is the percentage you do it of invoices on which you want to take that discount. How much discount are you willing to give? This much. On this visualization, what is the operating benefit, cash injection, cash impact? What is the EBIT impact? And then this is the part where the operating teams sit with the and the CFO weighs in, or the finance head weighs in, or the business leader weighs in. For by a region, now we are in the festival season, from Dashera Navratri to Diwali to Christmas New Year to Pongal Sankranti in different parts of the country. Say I have South, I'm doing a promotion sales uplift. I want to move some of my inventory. I do this inventory. How much of my cash inventory savings am I doing? How much of my cash margin is it impacting? So as the circle we saw, complete as a connected planning, how is it impacting? Or at any given point of time, I'm seeing that in some other region that there is a slow moving stock, no non-moving stock, that I give a promotion margin, or there is summer coming up. In some parts of the country, summer sets in March, end of February, March. So refrigerators or air conditioners, old brands, old stock, clearance sale. I want to give a margin. The marketing manager decides. The finance guy says, no, this much of erosion in my profitability is going to happen. So this a joint decision is made by, say, the operating committee. So these kind of levers, what are the lever impact on cash and EBIT? These decision making is enabled by enterprise performance management.
Suryaji, a minute left.
Yeah, sure. So this is enabled by EPM. The question is, why AI? Aren't there AI applications out there in the market, right from Oracle, Anaplan, etc.? But AI enables this to be done faster, less expensive. There is no licensing cost. Somebody wants to do it, take it to the client, and demonstrate even as the proof of concept. It can be done end to end, no integration, no need of breaking head on REST APIs and all that. Relevance to CS, obviously, in the industry, in practice, as in internal audit function, benchmarking against KPIs, operational efficiencies, gauging. I mean, we can go on the list. Challenges and learnings. Even if I'm going a little over time, I definitely want to talk about this. First of all, I want to talk about, as I went about this entire journey, coming out of my, the turning, I started with Lovable because the look and feel definitely more presentable than Streamlit, which calls from, Python. But the bugs, the errors that I was getting on this was quite a bit, even with prompting, with the multiple prompting and testing and retesting. Look at this. These KPI cards, I changed this promotion, these simulation cards, change this, some of this goes away. Make some changes, again it goes away. Bugs, errors. So, and then I researched, went into details, Claude versus Lovable versus Streamlit. Got to know that the best option was a Streamlit, unless there is a better option. And I'd be happy to be guided. The second thing was, on ChatGPT, hitting memory saturation and memory walls. Not because I had the 30, 40 prompts, but multiple, probably code blocks. It was hitting a memory saturation, hanging, and saying, wait, unresponsive. I had 2, 3, continuing, I would say, what should I say? Sessions had to referencing each other, again problem. But then I realized that, I export or give references, smarter prompting also did not help, but, some workarounds came into play. The third and most important, which I definitely wanted to share, is the number of bugs that the code was spewing up. Even after, you have 4 prompts, and after the first or second prompt, the third prompt, again, a bug would come, which was not there in the earlier one. And you clearly say that do not change any code, and yet it would come. I started preserving things of the previous version, like a configuration management that typically someone would do in a software process. But yeah, a great learning experience. And that's what I would say. Next steps, I would definitely like to enhance some of the parameters and dimensions and make it more relevant. And that's all I have. Thanks to Mr. Rishi Tandon and my faculty, with whom I had come this far. Happy to take any questions.
Rahul sir, Chinna sir, any questions?
No, sir. No queries from my side.
No queries, sir.
Thank you. You move to the next participant, CA Rupal Garg ji. Suryakiron ji, you can stop sharing your screen.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that in a minute. Yeah.
The top you will get the option to stop screen.
Students